The 8 most terrifying prehistoric creatures ever discovered. Let's start with the prehistoric creatures that were merely deeply unsettling, and work our way towards the ones that make every scary movie monster ever designed look like it needed to try harder. Number 8. Titanoboa, 58 million years ago. Approximately 58 million years ago, in what is now Colombia, the largest snake that has ever existed on this planet was alive and doing snake things. Its name was Titanoboa. Titanoboa was approximately 48 feet long and weighed somewhere around 2,500 pounds. To put that in perspective, the largest anaconda ever recorded measured 17 feet. Titanoboa was nearly 3 times that length and outweighed it by approximately 2,400 pounds. Scientists discovered the first Titanoboa fossils in 2009 in the Cerrejón coal mine in northern Colombia. What they found suggested a snake so large that simply coiling around a human being would have been beneath its ambitions. Titanoboa's preferred prey was prehistoric crocodiles. It did not eat them by injecting venom. Titanoboa was a constrictor. It wrapped itself around its prey and squeezed until the structural integrity of the animal in question became someone else's problem. The existence of Titanoboa tells scientists something important about the ancient climate of South America. Snakes are cold-blooded, and their maximum size is limited by ambient temperature. The warmer the environment, the larger the snake can grow. For Titanoboa to reach its recorded size, temperatures in ancient Colombia must have been significantly higher than today, which means the most terrifying snake that has ever existed was also a climate warning from 58 million years in the past, which is a very dramatic way to be a fossil.
Number 7. Jaekelopterus, 390 million years ago. In 2007, a team of German paleontologists discovered a fossilized claw in a German quarry. The claw was approximately 46 centimeters long, about the size of a human forearm. The claw belonged to Jaekelopterus, a species of sea scorpion that lived approximately 390 million years ago and is the largest arthropod ever discovered. An arthropod is any creature with an exoskeleton and jointed legs, a category that includes modern scorpions, crabs, spiders, and insects. Jaekelopterus was approximately 8 feet long. To be clear about what that means, this was a scorpion the size of a large crocodile. It had a hard external shell, 8 legs, 2 enormous clawed appendages at the front, and a segmented tail. It lived in shallow freshwater lakes and rivers, and was almost certainly the apex predator of everything that shared its water. Modern scorpions reach a maximum length of approximately 9 inches. The fact that evolution decided to scale that body plan up to 8 feet, and then eventually decided against it, is one of the more reassuring things science has ever discovered.
Number 6. Megalodon, 23 million to 3.6 million years ago. Megalodon is the most famous prehistoric creature that is not a dinosaur, and for good reason. Megalodon was a shark that reached estimated lengths of 50 to 65 feet and weights of up to 100 tons. Its jaws measured approximately 11 feet across and contained around 276 teeth arranged in multiple rows. A single tooth could reach 7 inches in length. For comparison, the largest great white shark ever recorded measured 20 feet. Megalodon was more than 3 times that size. Megalodon's primary prey was whales. Not small whales. Large whales. Fossils of whale bones have been found with Megalodon bite marks that match the geometry of its teeth exactly, confirming that Megalodon actively hunted and consumed animals that today would be considered among the largest on Earth. Megalodon went extinct approximately 3.6 million years ago, most likely due to the cooling of ocean temperatures and the decline of the large whale populations it depended on for food. It is not, despite what a significant portion of the internet would like to believe, still alive in the deep ocean. We have mapped enough of the ocean floor and tracked enough acoustic signatures that a 65-foot shark actively hunting large whales would have been noticed. Probably. Number 5. Paraceratherium, 30 million years ago. Paraceratherium was the largest land mammal that has ever existed. It looked like a rhinoceros that had been designed by someone who had never seen a rhinoceros, but had been given a very vague description of one and told to make it significantly larger. Paraceratherium stood approximately 16 feet tall at the shoulder, was around 26 feet long, and weighed somewhere between 15 and 20 tons. It had a long neck, a relatively small head for its body size, and no horn. It was a browser. It fed on vegetation at heights that no other animal of its era could reach. It was also, by every measure, completely enormous. To give you a sense of scale, a modern African elephant, the largest land animal currently alive, stands approximately 13 feet tall and weighs around 6 tons. Paraceratherium outweighed it by somewhere between 9 and 14 tons. Paraceratherium was not dangerous to other animals in any active sense. It was a herbivore. It ate leaves. It caused no one any direct harm. It was simply so large that its existence changes your understanding of what an animal is allowed to be. Number 4. Sarcosuchus, 112 million years ago. In 1997, paleontologist Paul Serino, excavating in the Sahara Desert, discovered the remains of a crocodile that should not have been physically possible. Sarcosuchus, also known as supercroc, was a prehistoric crocodilian that reached lengths of approximately 40 feet and weights of up to 8 tons. The largest modern saltwater crocodile on record measured 20 feet. Sarcosuchus was twice that length and multiple times heavier. Its skull alone measured approximately 6 feet from snout to the back of the head. Its jaws contained 132 teeth. Its eyes sat on top of its skull in a distinctive bulge that suggested it spent time watching things from just below the water's surface in a way that those things would not have appreciated. Sarcosuchus lived alongside and almost certainly preyed upon early dinosaurs. The idea that there was a period in Earth's history when dinosaurs were not the most terrifying thing in the immediate environment is something that deserves a moment of quiet reflection. You are standing at the edge of a river in what will one day become the Sahara Desert. The water is completely still. There was a log near the bank that was not there a moment ago. The log has eyes. You have approximately 4 seconds. Number 3. Spinosaurus, 95 million years ago. For most of the 20th century, Tyrannosaurus rex was considered the largest carnivorous dinosaur that had ever existed. Then, in 2014, a new analysis of Spinosaurus fossils changed that completely. Spinosaurus, which lived approximately 95 million years ago in what is now North Africa, measured somewhere between 46 and 59 feet in length. T-Rex measured approximately 40 feet. Spinosaurus was not only longer, but also structurally different from every other large theropod dinosaur in one critical way. It was semi-aquatic. Spinosaurus had dense bones, reducing its buoyancy, short, powerful hind legs adapted for swimming, a long, narrow skull resembling a modern crocodile's, and a massive sail on its back, reaching up to 7 feet in height. It hunted in rivers and coastal waterways, feeding primarily on large fish. The 2014 discovery effectively meant that the largest predatory dinosaur ever discovered was also a swimmer, which means there was a period on this planet when a 59-foot predatory dinosaur was in the water with everything else that was already in the water. Ichthyosaurs, plesiosaurs, and Sarcosuchus were all sharing that water. The Cretaceous Ocean was not somewhere you wanted to go for a swim.
Number 2. Purussaurus, 8 million years ago. Purussaurus was a prehistoric crocodilian that lived approximately 8 million years ago in what is now the Amazon basin of South America. It reached lengths of approximately 40 feet and weights of up to 8.4 tons. What separated Purussaurus from every other large predator on this list was not its size, it was its bite. Scientists calculate that Purussaurus had the strongest bite force of any creature that has ever lived. Its estimated bite force of approximately 69,000 pounds per square inch dwarfs every other recorded animal, living or extinct. For comparison, the modern saltwater crocodile has the strongest bite of any living animal at approximately 3,700 pounds per square inch. Purussaurus bit with nearly 19 times that force. This means that Purussaurus could bite through essentially anything that has ever existed.
Bone, shell, armor. The bite force calculations suggest that there was no defensive adaptation any animal of its era could have developed that would have provided meaningful protection against it. Purussaurus was the apex predator of an ancient Amazon ecosystem that included giant ground sloths, massive prehistoric turtles, and early ancestors of modern horses and tapirs. None of them had a plan for a 40-foot crocodile with a bite force that could crush a car engine. They did not need one. They just needed to stay out of the water. Most of them managed it.
Number 1. The Cambrian Ocean, 500 million years ago. Every creature on this list is frightening individually. Titanoboa, Megalodon, Spinosaurus, Purussaurus. Each one is a specific, named, discovered animal with fossil evidence and size estimates and scientific papers written about it. Number 1 is different. The Cambrian period, which lasted from approximately 541 to 485 million years ago, represents the most dramatic explosion of animal life in Earth's history. In a geologically short period, complex multicellular life diversified into an enormous range of body plans. Most of those body plans disappeared. What the fossil record of the Cambrian reveals is a simple and deeply unsettling truth. The creatures that survived and became the ancestors of everything alive today were not the largest, the strongest, or the most terrifying. They were the ones that got lucky. Evolution during the Cambrian was not optimization. It was a lottery. Anomalocaris, a Cambrian predator reaching 3 feet in length, had compound eyes containing approximately 16,000 lenses, more than any eye structure known in the animal kingdom. It could see in directions and wavelengths that we cannot imagine. Hallucigenia was a creature so bizarre that when paleontologists first reconstructed it, they built it upside down and back to front and did not realize for years. The Cambrian Ocean was not an ecosystem in any sense we would recognize. It was an experiment, an ongoing, ruthless, lethal experiment in what life was allowed to become. Everything alive today, every animal, every plant, every person, is descended from the handful of creatures that made it through that experiment. Most things did not. And the ocean that produced Titanoboa and Megalodon and Purussaurus started there, in the Cambrian, as something we have no name for and would not recognize if we saw it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.